before, is that, it's between the parks and all the things they've got going. It's great that we have a chance probably to expand that, and there's lots and lots of opportunities at Disney that we wouldn't have at any other studio.
There's huge opportunity, given the tremendous success that Disney's had with Marvel and with Pixar, and now adding Lucasfilm to that. I think we couldn't be at a better home.
When I first made Star Wars, everybody in Hollywood said, well, this is a movie Disney should have made.
Disney defines family entertainment, and in many ways, it's the best company possible to take Star Wars into the future.
And speaking of, we have other big news.
Well, I always said I wasn't going to do any more, and that's true, because I'm not going to do any more. But that doesn't mean I'm unwilling to turn it over to Kathy to do more. Mm-hmm. I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9, and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
We are absolutely going to make Star Wars movies, and we're in the midst of the really fun part of the process, which is we're sitting down with a couple of writers, and we're starting to discuss ideas, and we're starting to talk about what those stories might be. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be entirely on my own, because it's important that he at least continue to be the little guy.
Welcome to another edition of R&D Radio. We figured we would open the show with a little George Lucas and...
Finally, something has happened that we're not a fucking week late to.
Literally happened today, or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Happened yesterday. But George Lucas has officially sold...
Out.
That too, but he officially sold Lucasfilms Limited to Disney.
ING, Industrial Light and Magic.
ILM,
Skywalker
Sound.
His soul.
Yes, the soul is definitely part of that. Definitely part of that. He, when I heard it, I was pissed.
I didn't believe the person that told me. I'll tell you off the show where I was when I heard it, which makes it funny of how I stopped dead in my tracks to call him a liar. But yeah, I heard about it too, and apparently Lucas has decided to whip out his giant lightsaber of a cock and piss on the rest of the Star Wars legacy.
Yeah, it really hurts. It definitely hurts. I wonder what our boy from Star Wars in 60 has to...
I know. I almost asked him if he wanted to call.
He'd be somebody interesting to actually talk to about this.
Now, one thing I will say...
Yes?
I praise Disney for buying it. It was a smart move.
Oh, yeah. It was an absolute smart move, but...
It was like... It was like... I don't know, like a... It was like a bad NBA trade. I mean, he got a lot of money for it, but... $4.15 billion? Yeah, and I guess he's going to stay on as a creative consultant. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess it's like, I think we should do this, and then Disney's like, no, we're going to go this way, old man. Get the fuck out of here.
I wonder if part of the contract was that he gets final say on anything, because I know that's been part of...
Why wouldn't he keep some of it? I mean... He can probably get $4.1 billion in 2 years of toy sales alone.
Yeah, he just wants to get out of it altogether. I mean, he wants to be...
But for $4 billion, you know how much I would have held out for with that shit? Especially when no one wanted it back in, 77?
Yeah, but if you want to get out of something and you want to retire and not have to deal with it anymore, that's really the way to go. I mean, you got to get rid of it. But I hate and love the fact that it was sold to Disney, because I think Disney could do something good with it.
But they're going to turn it into Pirates of the fucking Caribbean.
Exactly. That's the thing that I'm worried about.
Oh, hold on. I got a quote from Luke Skywalker coming in. It says, "So you got your reward and you're leaving then." I'm guessing that's directed to George Lucas.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. I guess we'll get a couple of quotes coming in. Obi-Wan Kenobi, there's a quote from him. "I've got a bad feeling about this." We'll see if any more of those quotes.
Are they going to have somebody who stands outside? This is not the studio you were looking for, right outside of Lucas Ranch. Although I wonder if that actually had something to do with it. You know what happened with Skywalker Ranch, right?
No.
Okay. So he lives in a the Skywalker Ranch is on this large piece of property out in the middle of the boonies. But the area that he's in is very deed restricted. Like you can only do certain things or whatever. And he's been trying to get them to build allow him on his land to build a large, I forget, like 300,000 square foot studio so that he could shoot there. And every time he goes to the city council, it gets voted down. So he finally, this past year, said, okay, I'm done with it. I'm moving. We're moving Skywalker Ranch somewhere else. And I'm giving this land, or I'm selling the land to an apartment company that's going to put in low rent housing.
Oh, wow.
So it was he was still gonna have his house there, but he was going to give a chunk of land for low rent housing. So I was just wondering, like, I wonder if that had anything to do with him wanting to get rid of it. The fact that he would have to literally rebuild the studio from scratch somewhere else to be able to get what he wanted.
I got a quote coming in from C-3PO.
Okay.
I guess it's about the future for Star Wars fans. It says, "We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life." It's coming from C-3PO. Princess Leia, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't be necessarily upset that happened because it was bound to happen at some time. Just like at some point Spielberg's going to go bye-bye, you know.
Like bye-bye 6 Feet Under, or stop making
movies.
I don't think he will. I mean, do you ever hear of directors really retiring? They just kind of like eventually
fade out.
Yeah, they'll just eventually put like 10 years between movies.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
It's like Kevin Smith claims he's going to retire after this next fucking hockey movie he's doing. And
I haven't even read anything about it.
Oh, he's been fucking saying this for a year now. He's doing one more hockey movie. And then
how many times has he said that this was his last movie, though?
Well, I think he'll take like 5 or 6 years off, but eventually he's going to come back.
The bug is going to hit him again? Yeah, I don't know.
I was just very disappointed when I read it. Or not read it, I was told. I'm kind of excited about a new Star Wars trilogy. What I'm not excited about is the fact that they said after the next trilogy they're going to put one out every 2
years.
Which means, I mean, there's a lot of stories out there. I always said that if they did another trilogy, they needed to base it on
the twins. Because that was what I was going with, but
no, the Force Unleashed.
Okay, I can see that.
Sky Killer, whatever his name is.
See, I thought that they could either go with the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn this down. I figured I'd throw on some yacht rock behind the. So I was either the twins or the KOTR storyline, the Knights of the Old Republic, would be a fun.
They need to do they need to do one that respectfully sums up this Star Wars galaxy.
Okay.
Of like Luke and Leia and Anakin and Darth Vader and all these motherfuckers, and then move on to something else with Disney.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
Like move on. Say Star Wars is now about create some new fucking characters, some new worlds. That way, the people that like the original trilogies and stuff can say, all right, well, this is this and that.
Yeah, this is the Lucas group of films. This is the Disney group of films.
After, like, take Lucas's scripts for the last 3 movies, make them, and then just
are they Lucas's scripts? He said I thought somebody else was going to write and like do everything for him.
He said he had like everything planned out for a 7th, 8th, and 9th movie.
I wonder if it's just like storyboarded or if it's like full scripts and everything.
I think he honestly wrote all 9 of them back in the 70s.
Probably.
It's one story from what I understand. But I was flipping around on the MSN today and saw that thing that I posted on Facebook about, are these 3 assholes coming back with Harrison Ford and
I didn't actually
Princess
get a chance to read
Coquette and the Joker.
Princess Coquette.
How awesome would that be?
Oh no, I agree. That would be amazing. I
mean, they'd have to make Princess Leia somehow look pretty again.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, they're older. They could play it as they're older, and that because, like, the whole series. Have you ever read any of the books with the twins in them?
Are those Timothy that guy?
I think so. I
that
don't
heir
remember.
to the Empire and
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I read the second
where
book.
Leia and Hans have the twins.
I read the
and-
second book, and I know Luke at one point goes to the dark side for a little while in Star Wars folklore.
The Solo twins.
Yeah.
They're like Solo cups.
And then there's
Jaina
some,
and Jason Solo.
there's some pretty cool like villains they could use, and I mean, there's this one guy that looks like a Darth Vader type guy. I think he's a video game though. He's a video game villain.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's stuff that Disney can do with it, and I don't think they'll ruin Star Wars, but I think they need to move it away from the main characters.
It seemed like the people who were involved in the Star Wars world, like Peter Mayhew,
Mhm.
didn't seem overly upset about it. I mean, he was cracking some jokes about it, but
And that the woman that he turned it over to, he's actually been. I have a Star Wars Insider magazine from July, and he was talking about handing it over to her anyway. She
Mhm.
would like that was going to happen no matter whether it stayed Lucasfilm or not. I'm wondering about people that kind of like suck from the teat of Star Wars, so to speak, like the Seth Greens of the world.
yes,
That's like he's developing the series called Star Tours Detours, which is like an expansion of that Robot Chicken making fun of Star Wars thing.
right.
Now I know Disney doesn't like their shit mocked,
No, they
so
don't at all.
I'm wondering what happens to that kind of stuff.
It's gonna have to go away. I would assume.
And the thing
They don't-
was, is at Celebration, he did this big panel that Lucas came out and talked to him and blah 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 blah, and they were all talking. They had to have all. Lucas had to know back then that he was selling it. I mean, it was 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, I would have to. I would have. He definitely had to know.
He didn't wake up yesterday unless he was fucking blackmailed or something. Unless
You
Bob
never know
Iger
what-
got some shit on that motherfucker. Like they got a picture of him like fucking C-3PO, like the costume. What the fuck are we listening to?
It's yacht rock, man.
Oh my god, it's fucking something rock.
Get some Hall & Oates in here.
But I don't know. I know in 2005 when I went to see Sith and I realized that this was going to be the last time I really lined up for a Star Wars movie, I was really bummed out, and I always wanted another trilogy. But now that it's going to happen every 2 to fucking 3 years for the rest of my life,
Yeah, I'm not overly.
it's going to get like how many Star Treks did they do? Like 48 of them by now?
No, there's 6, 7 original, 3 or 4 next gen, and then
there's got to be like 5 next gen, right?
first or
Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, the one where Data dies.
Yeah, crap, I can't remember the name of this. There's not 5 of them. Maybe
There's 4 then, because the last one had Data died. Eric Bana was the bad. No, Eric Bana was the bad guy in the new Star Trek.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it. It wasn't that long ago. It was like we're talking like 2002. It was
yeah.
cool.
That was the one where Data jumped out of the.
Yeah, he died
Out of
and then
the
he came
thing,
right
yeah.
back to life.
Well, he didn't come right back to life. It was the other version of him that they found on a plant on his home planet or whatever that had been destroyed previously.
Yeah,
Enough
to keep him alive in case another movie opportunity came up.
Yes, so that he had
God, what was
something
it
to do.
called? Nemesis.
Nemesis. That's it. Yeah, there's been 4 because Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis,
I love that Generations. That is the fucking shit.
and there were 6 original movies.
So that's 10 plus
Yep,
the new one.
plus
That's
the new-
11.
And then the second new one is coming out.
That'll be 12.
in 2013. So next year we'll have Star Trek Into the Darkness. So
And then in 2015, we'll watch Star Wars Go Into the Darkness. And then I'm also wondering, like, what happens with like Celebration now? That's got to be gone.
think they move it to Disney.
It'd be cool if they permanently stuffed it in Orlando.
That'd be amazing. Or even if they bounced it between California and Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, It'd
Like,
be
at the
awesome if they
park.
held it here. They can make a lot of money if they keep it, but does Disney do conventions? Do they have Disney conventions?
Yeah, they have the D23. Like,
oh, well, maybe then they'll keep Celebration.
so they actually do D23 at Disney. They do it out at the big tent thing they set up out at Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the back, the giant. They do stuff there, and they also
I'll find out about it eventually.
yeah, and then they also do stuff inside of the old Life pavilion out there.
Uh-huh.
So I need to find something else. This is horrible. Oh God.
What the fuck is this? Neil Diamond? Not Neil Diamond. I'm sorry.
This is Andrew
Neil
Gold.
Young. Ooh, whoa. This is Steve Nick playing the most boring hits of the day. I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a call later.
Okay, on the back line,
Yeah.
the one that I gave you earlier.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that I have that up and ready.
Pretty sure we'll get a call later with someone else that'll be eager to discuss Star Wars, who will actually be very soon a published author.
Really? Is it somebody I know?
No.
No?
It's an old friend of mine from high school.
Oh, okay. You know who else is a published author that I had no idea? Somebody we used to work with.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You sure that we're talking about the same person?
Yeah, probably.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We were having a little off-air discussion.
We should get him.
We could.
I'm gonna have to leave that one to you. I kind of talk to him still. How often do you talk to him?
Not very. I mean, whenever I see him in the halls. but-
I'll try to see if I can get him.
So yeah.
I know he did some stuff for Otis. He came and talked to his children's
Yeah.
group. So
We could. I mean, I'm sure.
dude, I'm getting
James-
I'm getting MC Lars for crying out loud. I'm sure this guy will fucking cheat. Place a fucking phone call to us.
So yeah. Hopefully we can get James. James Ponte is who we're talking about, by the
Yeah.
way. Who's a published author. He just had it's a teen novel, I guess, that just came out recently.
Yeah.
He wrote Santa Claus 3, and he's done a couple other
He did some
things. He's a USC
sitcom.
grad.
He did some not sitcom, but he wrote for a TV show back in the day.
You know, he might actually have something to say about the Star Wars thing because he went to the Lucas School of Film out at USC.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because the only time that I ever talked to him is during college football season,
Right.
And we talk college football. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about getting him on. He's a real cool guy.
he is. Dead City is the name of his new book.
Yes. God, I'm so fired up about that Star Wars shit. I haven't had time to concentrate on anything else for 2 days. Though I did get, per our discussion last week, I did get halfway through the first episode of the web show.
Oh, did you? You
Yeah,
got that.
I think by the end of the weekend I'll have 2 episodes written.
Well, that'd be good.
I'd like to get at least like 3 that we could shoot in December to give us like a head start.
Wow, he's done a lot. He's done a lot of
Shit, I know.
novelizations for different. Because he did Prince of Persia, the novelization for Prince of Persia, Sorcerer's Apprentice. I didn't know. I didn't realize he did all this stuff on the side.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I talked to him one day about it when I was still there.
Santa Claus 3,
Yeah.
History's Mysteries, the Shelby Woo novels. I don't know.
Yeah, he should be an easy get.
Yeah, we should be able to give him a ring. I wouldn't. That's So Raven.
Hey,
he wrote the That's So Raven book number 10.
do you know if Dean Butler's still there?
I don't.
That's a fucking guy, man.
Is it really?
That's a fucking dude right there. I don't know if I should tell it, but I have a good like first encounter story about him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever met him.
You'd know him if you saw him walk in the halls. He looks just like that black and white picture, only he has glasses and a goatee.
Like this? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know exactly who he is.
Yeah. Just picture him with glasses.
Yeah.
He
There's
does.
a lot of-
he does Faraday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He's done some interesting shit.
He's worked on a lot, like, as an actor on a lot of things.
Yeah. We got
He was on The Love Boat.
Double C in DTC.
Huh?
Double C who works in DTC. Name.
Oh.
Yeah. Got him talking one day about Joss Whedon.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cool because he was on Buffy for a while.
Right. Huh. There's a lot of... God, he's been in stuff forever. He was on Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, I've actually seen a few episodes. With him
Really?
in it,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Dude, we need to raid Golf Channel for talent to have on this show.
Have on the show, see if he'll come on. See, all the, like, everybody that I knew that was there has pretty much left. Like, not everybody, but a lot of the people that I
Really?
used to deal with left. So, and now you know all the new people because you were in
Yeah.
that area of the world.
Fucking hole that they stuffed me in for 5 years.
Yes, they're getting a new hole.
Really?
Yes.
Where? Why?
I'll show you.
Why? It's a dying thing.
Well, it's very small. Their new hole.
Oh.
So
Is there even a lot of tape left in that place?
I have no idea.
You should take a walk down there. I need some info.
We could just ask somebody.
Who?
Our boy Luke.
Oh yeah. The guy we're gonna try to get to work on our sitcom?
Correct.
Yes. Speaking of which, I guess I should probably contact some of those actors and see if they're available in December.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you're.
Oh, you have pictures of it?
Oh yeah,
Why did they have pictures
they
of
have rendering.
Why?
Oh, you'll see. Because it's going to be part of the new newsroom.
The library? Where is it? I can't see. They're redoing the newsroom.
Oh yeah, and they're putting 2 sets inside of it.
Why?
They're redoing that whole half of the building, that whole side of the building.
I know. I just can't I can't figure out what the deal is with
Library is right here.
it. Oh, what are they going to do with the old library?
Probably converted into something else.
Is DTC getting bigger? Pardon this boring conversation,
I know.
people.
Actually, come over here real fast. You can kind of chat on my mic. So, no. This is the set in the newsroom. They're putting 2 sets inside the newsroom. Like updates and stuff like that. They're just random people. It's just renderings. Yeah, see, there's a studio here in the newsroom. Yeah, and then they're also, this is the other set. Same spot. If you look at, this is Studio A. This is that whole, like, where ad sales was, and they're moving all the Avid suites over here. So, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty ridiculous once it's done. Definitely, it looks nice.
Keeping that. I mean, they need to just cut their losses with that particular department. It's down to 2 people, from what I understand.
Well, it looks like they have 5 screens.
It's down to a manager that should have been let go 10 years ago,
Yes.
and a freelance employee.
Is it the person that I think it is?
No, she's part of DTC now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. No, it's Sinead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Is not she quit and then came back
Got it.
as a freelancer. So it's her and then Psycho Pants. And then they have a couple of loggers and that's it. That department's nothing anymore. From what I understand, I haven't worked there in 6 months.
Yes. I'm never over. I'm literally never on that
Yeah.
side of the building ever.
I've
So What else we got going on? We got Star Wars.
I don't know. We actually started strong, which is rare for us.
Right, we started very strong with the Star Wars, and I know you. Oh, you got Indiana Chunky got a message from somebody on Plenty of Fish.
Are you kidding?
No, all it said was hi with a smiley face.
Right back.
I wanted you to show you the pictures.
Oh yeah, this is her.
Yes.
Oh, she's not bad.
No, she could definitely be worse. She has a master's degree.
I see would smoke some weed and hit that.
She's 29. She's 5'6". She's from Thousand Oaks, California.
She's got to have the best sense of humor in the world if she's responding to that fucking ad. I mean, she's from the home of the Chevron Championship.
Yes, she is. Well, let's see. She says, "I'm hoping to meet a great. I'm hoping to meet a great guy. I love life and I love my friends and family. I hate drama, so if you're drama-free, you may be perfect for me. I am fun-loving. I can't read today. I am a fun-loving, humorous person who enjoys and appreciates every little thing. I am honest, sensitive, true, loyal, caring, and fun."
Does she put out in the first day?
No. Because you cannot. She will not. Must not be looking for other
I'm
other
not looking for another relationship.
or intimate encounters.
What defines an intimate encounter? If I take her out to a nice quiet restaurant, that's an intimate encounter.
Well, what they mean, you know what they're getting at it for the intimate encounter.
That?
So apparently she can be shy at first. She loves watching professional sports, music, dining out, chilling, working out, traveling, cinema, TV, reading, and pretty much am open to try new things.
Oh, yes,
That
she
means
is.
she'll do it in the ass.
Oh, you sick woman, you.
Um,
Okay, now, let's go to Indiana Chunky's profile and read it, just to remind everyone that what this chick responded to.
Actually,
Wait, read the headline first.
Okay, Indiana Chunky. Seeking someone for adventure, in all caps with an exclamation point.
Okay.
About smokes often with a few extra pounds. Details 38 years old, 5'7". Indiana Chunky is not seeking a relationship of any kind or of commitment. With an educational PhD.
A PhD.
About me. Indiana Chunky picks up where Indiana Jones left off. Searching in strange worlds for magical treasures, or in this case, just a bored stoner looking for adventure in his backyard. And we have links to Drew's YouTube
What
page.
the fuck is wrong with this chick? We gotta respond.
Oh, and your interests are treasure hunting, eating, smoking weed, and delusions of grandeur.
What do we say to her?
I don't know.
I mean, what do you say to someone who replies to that?
Oh, it's got to be straight Indiana Chunky style.
Yeah, what would Indiana Chunky say? I haven't portrayed him since 2008. Hey, what's up? Do we have anyone listening that
Yeah,
can
we got-
provide info?
I don't know if they can provide info, but I think it would be amazing if we could get some feedback. You know,
Yeah,
text
someone,
me, tweet
someone
me,
text,
do something.
text one of us or fucking talk in this chat room.
Yeah, hit the social stream.
Some obvious psycho has replied to Indiana Chunky's Plenty of Fish page, and we need to reply to this quickly. Do I say that I'm from California?
Yes, you say you're from LA.
All right. I'm going to end up making a date with her.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. We're going to meet at LA in the Viper Room.
This was sent on Sunday.
Wow. The fuck is wrong with her?
Apparently, she's looking for a stoner who thinks he's Indiana Jones.
We're
but
gonna
eats Twinkies
whatever
instead.
at the end of this email, we're sending her a link to the show.
Oh God.
No, actually, we can't. We don't want her to listen to it.
Right.
See that we're fucking with her.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, "Is this the honey hole?" And I clicked on it and it sure was. You've also been invited to 2 different meet and greets, but I think everybody on Plenty of Fish gets to enjoy those.
Are they swingers parties?
Generally, I would think not. Let's see. They had a hotel party, so you never know. Let's see. It was a Halloween party. at the Woodland Hills Hilton with 80s, 90s, and top 40 music.
Ooh.
Costumes are optional but encouraged.
I could wear my slutty nurse outfit.
There's $7 admission.
Fuck that.
So
Yeah,
they-
Indiana Chunky works at Circle K. Oh, I went to Savannah
there was
last
also a
weekend.
ladies. Oh, you went to Savannah?
Yeah, Georgia.
I figured after I sent you that text message or whatever it was it on Twitter about the about I think it was on Twitter. You said something about all the emo.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that is a town of hipster douche. It's nice. It's a nice historic town, but there is a lot of hipster douche in there.
Yeah, there. Well, I mean, there's a giant art school.
Yeah, yeah,
Kinda
I
hard
know.
to avoid.
I have relatives going there. That's who I
Oh,
went
do
to
you?
visit.
Oh, got it.
And yeah, oh my god, that town is just crawling with douche.
I would go there to eat and to check it out, but I don't think I'd hang out there for too long.
I'd go
There's some
back.
good food in
I'd go
Savannah.
back again. There, it's a fun little city. I mean,
I want to hit back up. I want to go to New Orleans again.
oh god, I've just been there too many times.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
Wow.
like. Ooh, who are you? You're a naughty girl, aren't you?
She's 41.
Oh god. I can't say anything. I'll be fucking trying to act young when I'm 41 too.
Apparently, she does everything. She's looking for somebody. I can't read Spanish. She's 41 years old, divorced, has
kids.
5 kids,
Oh.
or has a 5-year-old.
I'm gonna go with 5 kids.
I don't know. I don't speak English well enough. Of course, I don't speak English.
Obviously.
Well. I don't speak Spanish well enough to be able to read this. Apparently, there is Christmas music going on in the background.
Yes. Ooh. Ooh, another quote coming in from C3PO.
Okay.
We're doomed.
I was told that we should actually make a date and record it with this girl, and then I informed the person that the person was in California.
No. If they'll pay for my flight out there,
She said road trip.
that's fine. Whatever. I'll go. I'll make a huge ass of myself. It'll be the greatest thing ever put to film. Do you know that I once
And you
went
find endless love.
I once went on a date with a girl
I'm amazed.
who claims to have gotten out of her court date that day.
Okay.
I met her on the internet, of course.
Right,
This
but
was back in 2000.
She got out of her court date, so
No. We sat down to eat
yeah.
at Shea Steak and Shake. Can you crank that down just a hair?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, we sat down to eat at Shea Steak and Shake, and she's like, "Yeah, I just got out of court today." I'm like, "What the fuck did you go to court for?" Oh, they thought I stole a watch, but it was all a misunderstanding. Let's just say we went Dutch on that date, and I didn't call her again.
That's interesting. I went when I was. God, this was a long time ago. But I went on a date with a girl. We went and saw some movie. I don't even remember what movie it was. She immediately, like, after we got out of the movie, asked if I wanted to take a hit of acid. Or it was LSD, whatever. It was.
How old were you?
19.
I'd have done it.
So it was just it was like I had literally just met this girl. Like we had probably a 10-minute phone conversation before then, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just meet you there." And so we went to the Oviedo Mall to go to the movies. And
A chick with brass balls like that, I would probably take it and see where the night went if I was that young.
so I don't even remember. It may have been X. I don't remember what it was, but I didn't take her up on that. At that point, it was, and pretty much my entire life. The only thing that I've only really done is weed.
Oh yeah,
So.
me too. I've never gotten anything harder than that. That's
But she was
Not
a little.
for me.
She was a little nutty.
um,
I have no idea whatever happened to her. We went and we hung out the rest of the night. Just kind of drove. I can't.
I
Actually, I think we ended up going to Fair Villa.
I once was set up on a blind date by my friend at Winn-Dixie with another chick that worked at Winn-Dixie. It was a blind double date with a chick that when we went to the roller skating rink said, I would help pay for the date, but they don't take food stamps here.
I'm not shocked. Is this in your hometown?
Yeah, Deltona.
Oh yeah, that doesn't shock me at all.
I'll expand on this story during one of my 90s nights. But this whole evening was like fucked. That was just the highlight of it.
I had a lot of one date.
Oh god, yeah, I know.
Where you're like, what? No.
I had ones, where I know I blatantly said something stupid, and that's why there was no second date. Then there's been ones where they're just fucking Looney Tunes.
So when I was living in this, in these apartments down kind of near Valencia East, where that is, and I started talking to this girl online. Next thing I know, I find out she lives in the apartment complex right across, literally across the way from me in the apartment complex. I saw her once. That was it. I went over, I helped her wire something. Actually, I think her friend lived in the apartment complex. I'm not sure if she did, but I walked over there, I helped them wire something up, and I had to go to work. And I was like, oh, I'll come, hit me up, we'll do something later. And, never heard from her again.
Wow.
Until 2 or 3 years later when I was dating Ruth. So it had to have been at least 3 years later. And she hit me back up on IM, and I was like, what the? Huh?
Dude, I wish I could find some of the chicks I used to talk to before there was really MySpace and Facebook and stuff, way back in the mid.
When you used to hit up on search through AIM and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that Yahoo chat.
Oh god,
we used to have a BBS called NJ something or what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Were you on that?
Yep.
Oh my god, I
it
met
was News Journal Online.
Oh god,
Yep,
I met so many girls on that fucking thing.
You know that there is there's a Facebook group of old News Journal Online users.
Dude, send it to me.
Okay.
Send it to me now. I want to see some of them.
Yeah, there's definitely some people in this group that I went
Oh my god. Does it have their old handles and shit?
Some of them.
Oh yeah. Who were you?
Back then I would have been Merrimack or PG69, one of the two.
Merrimack?
Yeah.
I wonder if we ever crossed paths. I was Biggie Mac.
Probably. I crossed paths. I was on that BBS so much.
Oh yeah, I was on it every they'd give you 3 hours a day that you could be on it.
No, I think you could be on it as long as you
want.
wanted.
You only got to start because I used to there was this one girl that I used to talk to a lot on there that Drew kind of went a little too emo over, but he was young. And she used to give me her other account to use. She had 2 accounts.
Right.
When I'd run out of time, she'd give me her other account.
You know what? I think I may have had a couple of accounts because of that, actually.
I'm trying to remember who else I was. I know I was Biggie Mac, and I was...
News Journal Center BBS users.
Yes. My God.
I don't know if I can find who is on here. My 66 members.
I think of all our names on there, me and my friends. There was Pezcore 77.
Yeah, I know
him.
Yeah,
that's my friend Carl.
Is it? That's
yeah.
Hilarious. As soon as you said that, I knew exactly who it was. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Let's see some people. Some of the girls. One of my best friends, Amanda, was on there. She was. I don't even remember. Before they went through and listed them all, I might be able to go back and look at them. God, I remember Pezcore 77. That's hilarious. Because I used to play...
your name sounds familiar, the first one, not
Merrimack?
the PG, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I used. It's towards the front of the group, so I'm trying to scroll down. Okay, created the group. NJC.
Is this lit?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to look. Do you remember ICQ?
Yeah. Oh God.
I used to
You
talk. I
do
wish.
file sharing and everything through ICQ.
I wish
and-
I could find some of the people I used to know on there too. Because you could always. That was like Yahoo Chat and stuff where you could always meet like random people.
That's funny. I just found somebody I literally went to like elementary and middle school with. I just found in that group in the group of people. Gunner Boy, Curse D.
I can't remember what my other friends' names were. There was 4 of us that were like my friend Carl and his brother and my friend Billy and me that used to get on there and just fuck with people. Remember the nice private room where you can create your own room and /I people?
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe it was the old page because we had to change. They had to change from a fan group or from a page to a fan group or whatever.
Right.
So I think that they may have.
Like, can you still look through and see people?
Oh yeah.
Like everyone who's a member?
Oh yeah.
Do you have to get accepted in? Like, do they have to
Well,
jump?
I can add you.
Do they have to jump me in?
I can add you to the group.
Fuck yes. Oh, my evening is planned.
Let's see, Allison Dyer.
I need to know them by their old names.
Yeah, I don't remember any of them. Julie Kirtley,
Is there a Megan in there?
Megan Huey.
Oh yeah.
She went to DeLand.
Oh yeah. 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 I got some stories about her.
Oh boy, I can't access her photos. We have a mutual friend.
Really?
My buddy Steven is friends with her. Why does her name sound so familiar?
Her name was Brainchild on there. Also Beanie Girl, I think.
Maybe I don't remember.
She used to go to she used to hang out at Skylight all the time. She actually got me into Less Than Jake.
Did she really?
Yeah, that right there is the whole reason I like Less Than Jake.
No, she from DeLand. That's funny. DeLand High School. Graduate in 1996.
Dude, we need to fucking post our page there and be like, talk to a couple. I'd like to get some of these fucking people on here
I'm sure we could.
just to fucking chat with them about the fucking old days.
Post in there. Let's see.
Do you remember a dude named Jay on there? That was his only name.
Trying to think. I think so. It was so long ago.
Yeah, there's a dude named Tourette's.
Yeah, I remember that.
That fucking cock blocking fuck.
Let's see. Lisa Baxter, Chrissy Barber. I'm sure these people love us writing out their name and telling stories.
Yeah, fuck them. They don't know we're here.
Yeah, I wish I knew what some of these people's names were because I spent so much time.
Yeah.
I would literally I'd go home and I'd log in and. Just,
I remember I got suspended for 2 weeks.
God, I remember that.
All right. I lucked out because the day I got suspended, I went to Boston for 10 days.
Did you play any of the games that they had on there?
Yes. Oh, what was it? They had one where it was the big game where all you did was talk shit to the computer.
Yeah. But there was the not Space Invaders.
Yeah.
Oh,
what was it called?
it wasn't Star Wars. It was something Wars. Though.
Galaxy Wars? Something?
No.
All you did was Trader Wars?
Trader
Or-
Wars. Yeah. And you had to go through and you had to
Yeah.
trade up your ship and everything else.
Yeah. What else? I used to do the poetry in there. I'd write really lame, not emo poetry. I mean, literally just write fucking 6 lines that rhymed with each other. Because all those people would post this fucking deep artsy poetry in there, and I'd be like, I like basketball, but I'm not tall, so I just stand by the wall.
That's so funny that you were actually there.
Oh, I was a big dude. People a lot of people knew me in there. I mean,
serious, no joke. 2 of my friends met on there that are now married with a kid. They met in middle school, when we were all in middle school, and God, yeah, they had their due date was the day after Graham was supposed to be born, and so we had this whole big thing, and
who were they?
huh?
Who were there? What were their handles?
I don't even remember.
Damn it all.
Mike and Lisa.
I hardly knew. I mean, I met a bunch of people on there.
Well,
but
it's funny because Mike, Lisa, and Deanna, like, and a couple of my other friends, we used to go up to Starlight Skate in Ormond all the time and go skating.
uh-huh.
So because they hated Skate City so much that we would always go up there. So because I spent a lot of time at Skate City when I was a kid.
There was the Skylight in DeLand was a popular place for the Deltona, DeLand, DeBerry chapter of that
Of the
BBS.
God, we spent so much time doing different things, and
Dude,
the
we would
trouble
meet
I probably got in.
Dude, we would meet so many people off there. Like, me and my friend Billy would just, like, we'd pick, like 5 girls off of that place and just be like, hey, meet us at the Volusia Mall next Tuesday, because we both had Tuesdays off.
Right.
So we'd go to the Volusia Mall, we'd meet people, have lunch with them, talk to them and shit, you know. And then we'd go to Atlantic Sounds.
Right.
Buy CDs.
God, I used to love Atlantic
Yeah,
Sound.
buy CDs, and then we'd hit Checkers and that fucking go-kart place and go home.
Which go-kart? You're talking about
The one right on ISB or International Speedway.
Was that there?
Yeah.
Back then?
And then you know what else we used to hit all the time? I think it was in Ormond. The laser tag.
Oh yeah.
Where they'd fucking black the thing out and play Corn.
Yep.
Oh, I love that shit.
We had some. Yeah. God, I used to.
Fucking miss the 90s.
Well, it's so funny because like nobody thought anything about meeting somebody somewhere that they met on a BBS.
That's what I'm saying. I
So-
know. We'd get like
Although
me
there
and my friend Billy would be like, hey, meet us at Gators, and like one girl would show up, and I'd really? Like, that's.
So, I mean, you can still meet people online and whatever, but it's
I
so
don't
much
thi-
harder.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I don't think I would. Too many psychos.
It's funny because I actually met Ruth online, technically speaking.
Mhm.
Because I texted her or I messaged her on Yahoo, I think, back in the day.
Mhm.
Because I was going through the Yahoo profiles, and I was just searching for people that were around the area in UCF or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and started talking. And it turned out that we shared like this big group of friends, and we had just never
Never
met. Between like we would meet, and we were two. It was part of two different groups, but they were all intertwined
Right.
at different ways. So we ended up meeting
Yeah,
after that.
I used
so.
to lay my best game down on the internet, chat rooms.
Oh, you
and
can
stuff.
still lay
Yeah.
good game on the internet. It's easy to lay game on the internet.
God, so many stories. So many stories.
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. I have God, I've got some stories.
People like, I can't wait to get home and look at that because I'm just curious to what, like, if I can find out who anyone is, like what they look like now. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been- some of these people I haven't talked to in like 17 years, and because
Well,
that
and-
thing went down in like 98.
Was it up that old? It was that late.
Yeah, maybe mid 98 it went down.
I may have moved on to AOL at some point.
That's
during
why
that.
it went down.
Yeah.
Everyone had moved on.
So because I remember it was run by the News Journal. It was NJC.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one too, but pretty much everybody I hung out with
Yeah.
was on NJC.
God.
Yeah, because they had the giant chat rooms that we used to
They had the main chat room, and then you could just build your own.
Yeah.
And
invite different
Yeah.
users and everything. And like if you wanted to have the private chat,
I used to like to do at
throw your game in private chat.
what I used to like to do on Yahoo Chat is I would create my own room, and I would go to like different chat rooms of people that had nothing to do with each other,
Right, and bring them all
invite
into
them
one.
in, and see what the fuck they do. Like I'd go in like a goth chat room and like a Christian chat room, and then like a country chat room, and like all kinds of different like fucking people who are like country living fucking Alabama people, fucking sports people, nerds. I'd drag like a bunch of people in one room and just see what the fuck they'd talk about, and I'd never talk.
Nice. I'm kind of scrolling through Twitter right now because Universal is supposed to be making a big announcement about their upcoming projects.
Oh God, not Back to the
Today.
Future.
No.
Don't fuck me on Back to the Future.
What?
I am so terrified that they're gonna reboot Back to the Future.
No, they're not going to. No, it's one of two things. It's either Transformers that they're announcing.
No one gives a fuck about.
I want to ride it. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, a ride.
Yeah, no, it's a ride.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant like
no.
a
Universal
film.
Studios. Universal Studios Orlando.
Fuck Universal Studios.
I like Universal. I'm an annual pass holder.
They have like turned me down for jobs 3 or 4 times
Really?
to the point where they can fucking blow me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if what it is. It's they've got two buildings that are two areas that are completely torn apart and somewhat under construction right now. But I don't know if they're going to announce both of them because the big area where Jaws used to be is supposed to be that new Harry Potter, like the London side of Harry Potter, and they're actually going to have a train that connects so you can ride the Hogwarts Express between the two parks if you have a 2-park pass.
Right.
And then Transformers. Do you remember the old Xena Hercules thing that they used to show that they used to do out there?
No.
It was it's behind where Shrek is.
I can tell you, I've been to Universal probably about 4 times in my life.
Really?
3 of those times, I'll say 6 times. 3 of those times were in the 90s. 2 of those times were in the 2000s.
See, I've been going for, like, my annual pass is over 10 years old.
I technically went to Universal and Islands of Adventures while I worked for Sunshine Network.
But you were in the back lot.
No, I mean, like, we'd get like 6-hour breaks between shows, and that's how I rode the Hulk and Dueling Dragons and a couple other rides. Because I was sitting there talking to one of the interns one day, because I was an intern too, and I had told her, I'm like, I've never been to Islands of Adventure. I've never rode the Hulk. And she's like, we have 6 hours before the next show. Let's go ride the Hulk. I was like, all right, I don't give a fuck. So we snuck over there, rode the Hulk, and then I was told I had to ride Dueling Dragons as well, so I rode that. That's the only 2 rides I've been on in Islands.
Really?
Yeah.
I've ridden every ride except the pterodactyls in Jurassic Park, but every other ride I've ridden many, many, many times. I've ridden the Hulk over 100 times. So,
I just don't.
So they confirmed that Transformers: The Ride 3D is going to open for summer of 2013.
Cool.
So I figured I would let people know.
I love Universal Studios circa 1992 through 1996. I hate Universal Studios right now.
Okay.
I don't like any of the rides. They ripped up every ride I liked except E.T.
Okay.
They took out Hitchcock.
That I was a little upset about, yes.
They took out Hanna-Barbera.
That was on Hanna-Barbera's side of things, though, because they've
taken now Jaws out.
I have to say that the new Minion ride that they put in, though, where Hanna-Barbera used to be, it's pretty freaking funny. It's pretty amazing.
Seen it. It was still under construction last time I went.
So, because Jimmy Neutron was there for a long time,
Yeah.
and then
They took out Ghostbusters.
yes, they did.
They took out everything I loved. When that park first opened, I went there for the first time. It was a middle school trip in 7th grade.
Right, and you just couldn't wait to ride King Kong.
Dude, I like King Kong. I like the Earthquake. I mean, they were hokey, but whatever.
Earthquake hasn't changed that much.
Disaster?
Yeah.
Is a fucking disaster.
It's not that
The
bad.
Rock's acting is so cheap. Isn't Arnold in it for a second?
Yeah.
No!
So it's fun. They just put a corny plot line to the
Ride my
existing
ride. I don't do a good Arnold.
So, but the Christopher Walken part is awesome.
I don't do a walk-in at all. I wish I could.
So
Actually, my poor Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation
down.
is actually the plot line to one of the webisodes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. It's this thing of like, I don't know why I have a fascination with the character of Drew. Anytime you take him to a club and get him drunk, he turns into Arnold Schwarzenegger when he dances because he just keeps saying get down, but he's drunk. And when he slurs when he's drunk, he sounds like Arnold. So he just sits there trying to dance, going, get down!
We should take a listener trip to. I have to get a babysitter.
All 4
but-
people.
Huh? Well, we can. I'm sure we could get some more people. We could invite friends, but we should do a big group trip to Howl at the Moon sometime. Have you been to Howl?
No. I haven't.
I have been shit-faced at Howl more times than pretty much any other bar in Orlando. And that includes the old Howl at the Moon when it used to be downtown.
I will tell you this. I will shout out Play Freebird.
Oh, and they will
and
play Free
embarrass
Burton.
the whole fucking table.
Trust me. I walked up on stage while they were playing Blister in the Sun
Uh-huh.
and went, "This song is about masturbating," which it's actually not, but it definitely sounds like it is.
I did karaoke one night, and I sang "Walk the Line." I've been wanting to go back to karaoke since, but I can't go when it's a full crowd because I don't drink
Right.
anymore. So if I'm doing something sober, I cannot sing in front of a group of people because I know how horrible I am.
I've done karaoke a couple of times. I was completely shit-faced, and it's now Tailgaters, I think, in Daytona. It used to be Checkers.
That's where I did it at.
Oh, yeah, nice. So
This
we
was
used
like 2 years ago, though. For me.
Well, when I was in high school, like when I was a senior or whatever, it was one of the few places at night that would allow people under the age of 18 to stay at their bar, even though it was, they were serving alcohol and everything. So from like the age of probably 17 to 21 or so,
Mhm.
I went to that bar like every other weekend or every weekend, and we didn't drink generally,
Uh-huh.
but we went a couple years. Or was this after? Trying to think of when it was. So this was before I met Ruth, but just not too far before I met her. We went there because we went to the car show, the Turkey Rod Run out in
Right.
Daytona, and a bunch of us, like there were I think 15 of us that went over there from Orlando, a bunch of college friends. So we went there afterwards and started drinking, and we all got up and sang Bohemian Rhapsody together. And that was my last experience. Nope, not my last. The day of my bachelor party,
Uh-huh.
we started at Tailgaters because we stayed at the hotel like right next door.
Right.
So
We used to. Do you remember Billiards in Orange City?
I'm trying to think. You're talking about it was over kind of near where Mickey Finn's is, right?
No.
No.
No. It
Then
was
I'd-
on like 1792. It had a big 8-ball. It was this rundown biker-looking bar,
Yeah.
but all it was a pool hall. That place was a curse for me. Anytime I would take a date there, it would just go horribly wrong, and yet I kept taking dates there.
That's awesome. Wait for our phone call to come in if he decides to call. I completely forgot about that.
Be cool if he did. I know he's not listening to hear this, but curious to get his opinion on the Star Wars purchase.
Yeah, I don't have any missed calls yet, so
I was hoping at least one asshole would call and leave like a voicemail.
no such luck.
No, never. So we've got an hour to go.
Pretty much 90 or 56 minutes.
We have talked Star Wars,
News Journal BBS,
News Journal BBS,
Star Trek.
talked a little bit more about the sitcom that we're going to do.
We made the announcement that Transformers is coming to Universal Studios Orlando.
That was an action-packed hour.
It was. We actually covered quite a bit.
And now
Now we've kind of died
we've
out.
fizzled.
We have fizzled out.
There's no Graham in here this week.
No, Graham is
to
downstairs.
fucking fart and make noises.
Yes, he's downstairs.
Children's Miracle is next week. I'm going to go to that.
Are you?
Yep.
Don't have to work. Can you get better parking? Okay.
I'm off Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so I'm pretty much off almost the entire tournament.
Nice.
And if like it got really heated and I was dying to see the last day, I could get someone to switch with me or take my shift.
Nice.
But-
Because you can put it into the system and somebody can take it.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah. I
Which
have
I
some
s-
friends who also
I s-
are employed by the same place you are.
It same company or same place, or just the same company?
I don't think they've been there before,
Okay.
but not in the same place.
What do they do?
They are
Food-
wranglers.
Food service.
No,
What the
wranglers.
hell's a wrangler?
Character wranglers.
Their attendants.
Yes.
Those motherfuckers are hit or miss.
You would like my friend that works there that does that.
They are just.
She only
hit or-
works Monday and Tuesdays though.
She's seasonal.
Yeah. Well, no, she works year round, just Mondays and Tuesdays.
That's weird because I was told you have to have 3 days of availability to work there.
She may have 3 days of availability, but she only works on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh. So she's been there long enough where she can pull that off.
She's worked there on and off for the last 12 years.
How long
So-
do you have to work there before you get the lifetime okay?
Oh, I have no idea.
'Cause someone we used to work with's wife worked there.
Yeah.
For like-
but she was there for like 25 years, or longer, wasn't she?
I don't think you even knew this guy.
You're talking about what the hell is his name? His wife worked in the costume department
Yeah, how the hell did you know him?
through Gary.
Oh, all right. I forgot you were friends with Gary. I forgot you were friends with him and they were friends.
He was actually the postmaster of my mom's hometown in
Walt?
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
The best thing about Walt was Gary was probably what? Gary was like 42 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
When we knew him. He's like almost 50 now. No, he was maybe 45 because he's
Yeah.
he's the same age as my aunt. So he's probably 45.
I still can't get a hold of him. I've tried to get a hold of him. I don't have his new phone number though.
Walt, when we knew him, was 58 years old.
Right.
Walt acted younger than Gary.
Yes. Well, that's just Gary being Gary.
He was an old 40-something.
He was, and he had no interest in anything internet at all.
He had no interest in anything like youthful. I am surprised he didn't fucking like call us whippersnappers and tell us to go fuck ourselves. I will tell you, I was telling someone about, I can't even remember who I was talking to at work about the couple of times I went out with Gary to play golf. And were you were there when we went to Glen Abbey, right?
No, I was there when we went to the Deltona Club.
Was it the
It was me, you, Gary, and Otis at the Deltona Club.
I think we played. I played with
I think it
him.
was on January 1st, actually.
Yeah, but we played at Glen Abbey with him once too. I know it had to be you
I don't remember playing Glen Abbey
because
with
I know
Gary.
Chris.
I played.
I know Chris wouldn't have come down, and I know Otis wouldn't have come down for that shithole.
I remember playing Glen Abbey with you, but I don't remember Gary being there.
Gary was there because he was like he wasn't even barely playing. He was just walking us through how
Got
to
it.
play.
And wasn't Carlos there too? Was Los?
No,
with
they
us?
never met.
Oh, oh no, we played with Los when we played out with my dad at in Stanford
Mayfair,
at
yeah.
Mayfair.
Who did we play Stony Brook with? Or was that me and you?
No, I don't remember playing Stony Brook
Okay, then
with you guys.
me, Gary, Otis, and Chris Williams played
Oh, nice.
Stony Brook East.
Did they have the new card before you left GC?
The new card.
Yeah.
The NBC Universal one?
Oh, my wallet's downstairs. No, we have a driver's card now that gives us discounts at
Park?
like at all. No, at
sorry,
at
golf course?
golf courses.
Cool. Yeah.
So we'll have to go and play on my discount sometime.
I have a nice card that gets me a good discount at a couple of golf courses as well.
That we will have to play some of those courses
Because
too.
I get a huge discount at that course.
like $30,
it's
isn't it?
$35.
Yeah.
It's like, it's no matter what time of year it is, I get like off-season, like middle of the afternoon rates.
Well, I will tell you, we get Stony Brook for like $15.
It's not bad.
So,
But, yeah,
and Eastwood and
I definitely want to play Magnolia and Palm just because they're PGA courses and I've never played one before.
really, you haven't played any PGA course? I played Bay Hill, so I played Bay Hill twice.
There's only 3 holes I want to play on Bay Hill, but I'm dying to play them.
The lake.
18?
Well, no, I'm not. 5 is it? 6? 5?
6?
The one that wraps around the lake, the one
Yeah.
that John Daly drove from the pin.
I want to
yeah.
play 6.
That's a bitch of
I
a
wanna
hole.
play-
I put 2 in the water.
I want to play 2, the par 3 that's like 200 yards.
yeah.
And 18 and 17.
I actually haven't played 18. Both times I've gone. The first time,
You wuss out?
no. The first time, torrential downpour and a lightning strike. Like literally hit the tree 5 feet from us, or we would have played 18. We finished out 17 and took our shit and went. And the other time, I can't remember what it was. First time I was playing with my boss, I was playing with Gene Pizzolato. And then the other one, I can't remember what happened, but I didn't get to play 18 either time.
If nothing else, I would go out to that damn Gomez plaque and hit one from there. I remember one time, like I was just me and Walt were talking about it, and he's like said something about the Gomez plaque, and I'm like I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? He's like, there's a plaque out there where he holed out from. Like, no, there's not. So it was Friday. His days off were like Friday and Saturday, and that's when I worked Fridays and Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. You went out and took a picture of it?
No. I get a phone call at work. Pick it up. I'm like, yeah, whatever, library, this is Drew. Pick it up. He's like, hey, it's Walt. He's like, do you have the TV on? They're showing the fucking plaque right now.
There's a plaque at the fifth tee, or the fifth tee too, where with John Daly name on it.
I tried to find the Gomez plaque this year, and I kind of saw it, but I couldn't really when I was out there.
Oh, and I also played OCN, which I guess
County.
Technically would be a PGA track since they did qualifying there.
Fucking Q school.
It's still the PGA.
I
want to play the course that my in-laws live on over in Tampa.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to scam Bay Hill tickets this year.
You can probably use mine.
You don't go ever?
No, I can't. I have to work.
Yeah.
And so if I do go, I have to get a media pass.
Oh, then I'll steal yours. You don't go out to the Disney, do you?
No, I don't. Once again, I've been out there a couple of times. When I went out there, it was for the Pro-Am. I didn't go out for the actual event. Because the Pro-Am is more fun because you can get autographs and everything else. Yeah. It's harder to get autographs during the actual event.
No shit, Phil Mickelson owes me an autograph for 5 years of trying and failing. The sad part is I've talked to this man twice.
You've seen my autograph flag downstairs, haven't you?
Yeah. So. He's the only one I couldn't... Well, I mean, no one's ever getting Tiger Woods' autograph. That guy's a fucking
unless you're like 2 years old.
Unless you're 2 years old or a Denny's waitress and have your tits hanging out, you're not getting an autograph from him. And if you're the Denny's waitress, you're getting signed with something else.
Exactly. Hold on. I'm going to turn up music for a couple of seconds. I have to take a quick break here. So we're going to listen to music.
Is it time for Stevening?
It is time for Stevening.
Stevening. See, we need to shoot these commercials.
We do. We need to get in our air checks and everything else.
Yes. I'm on the air. We're going to take a quick break with Stevening is here playing the hits from Green Day. So we have temporarily replaced Rick with his dog Oliver. Come here. Come here. Smart move by Disney. Lucas will have to host I'm hoping when they do Toki Fisher and Mark. All of your thoughts? please email me. And I'm not totally sure that you guys can hear me. Come on, say something. Bark. Speak. Bark. Do something. Okay, just do that, whatever. Yeah, join in the conversation. 321-800-8923. R&D Radio. R for Rick. D for Rick. Orlando Magic season opens up tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that. You'd be proud, Rick. I filled with my voice almost the entire time you were gone. There's probably about only 30 seconds of dead silence. As I was just telling you, the Magic season started. NBA season started 2 days ago.
Yes, it did.
Pretty stoked about the future.
The future of the Magic,
Yeah.
or the future in general?
Do you know you can get $4 tickets for tomorrow night's game?
Can you really?
Yeah, if you go on StubHub.
Wow.
And I think like you can get like not lower bowl, but like
Like
I
the
don't-
mid-level bowl, like above the
section
yeah.
10 something for like
107.
yeah, like $27. And those are usually like $100 and something tickets. Fucking Lakers are 0-2.
I know they're running that Princeton offense.
Yeah,
which
it's
is-
not gonna last. This always happens to the Lakers. They always go through a shit stretch. They're gonna come back, and it's gonna piss me off. But right now, I am rejoicing in the fact that they are 0-2, and that fucking giant 7-foot sack of shit is no better off right now than he was last year.
Yeah, but he did score 33 points yesterday.
Yeah, he can score 33 points in the Magic uniform too.
This is true.
He's I don't know. I don't think he stays in LA. I think he goes to Dallas as soon as the season's up. I just don't think he has it in him to deal with Los Angeles.
So this has, I guess, a little bit to do with sports, but not really the Magic.
Uh-huh.
So me and one of my best friends and his wife and a couple other people are putting together a race team.
A race team.
Yes, to go racing
Cars.
cars.
Why?
Because it's road racing, so it's like road courses and everything. So it's not just going around in circles, but it's endurance races, and the races last between 7 hours and 24 hours in time.
Oh. Apparently the phone keeps saying that all circuits are busy. I'm going to give him the alternate number. I'm going to give him the one that's posted.
Okay, that's weird. That's telling him that all. Hold on, let me. That's very weird.
Bum, 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 chickity bum, bum, chickity bum, bum. Green Day's second album comes out not this week, next week.
Oh, the second one of the group of
Yeah.
albums.
They all three are supposed to have a different sound.
Really?
This one's supposed to be, you know that side band they did, that Foxtrot Hot Tubs,
Yeah.
where it's just all the members of Green Day.
Right.
I mean, there's not even an extra member. It's just all the members of Green Day.
With a different name. Yeah.
Yeah. The second album is supposed to be them. Like, it's a Green Day album. It's under Green Day, but it's supposed to be this second album for them.
Huh.
The third album is supposed to be some kind of, like, epic, like the other ones. like the
Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, this is James Green Jr.
hello.
Hello.
Can we crank the music down?
We're working on it right now. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Goddamn.
How's it going?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Sounds like a barn in there.
It is a barn.
Moo.
How have you been, Jim? Haven't heard
I've
from you in
been
a
great.
while.
Are we finally going to work out our personal issues? Is that why you asked me to call?
Yes.
You guys have personal issues?
Oh yeah.
Do I want to know these personal issues?
I'd like to know them as well. So Jim, Star
yeah.
Wars, Lucas, Disney thoughts.
Well, what can I say? I mean, it seems it's pretty surreal. In a way, it's kind of sad because it's Disney. I mean, Disney's just an awful corporate behemoth, and Lord knows what they're going to do outside of the films that they produce.
Is this accurate? I earlier said that George Lucas whipped out his giant lightsaber of a cock and pissed all over Star Wars fans. Would you call that accurate?
Well, I mean, not necessarily about this particular deal. I mean, he's certainly done that in the past many times. So many times I feel like I can still taste his urine in the back of my mouth. But
Jar Jar Binks says hello.
are you guys, which one of your mom's basements are you doing this show out of?
Rick's mom's basement.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows how like credibility-wise your Star Wars love, can you tell them a little bit about the great Star Wars synchronization project of the early 2000s, late 90s?
Well, it was firmly in the 2000s. There's nothing late 90s about it.
I thought it bled into the 2000s from the 90s.
No. I did it for like a year in 2005. So yeah. Well, it was an attempt to find some kind of connection between a rock album and Star Wars, like Dark Side of the Moon and The Wizard of Oz. And every day for about 11 months, I watched Star Wars and listened to a different album, and it slowly drove me insane.
I don't know why.
I mean, it was really, I don't know why I thought that I could keep that up, but I mean, eventually it was just being like in a sensory deprivation chamber. I saw a C-3PO and I would start like feeling short of breath.
Did you got a little juice off of that though, right? Didn't you get a write up in
I got some juice. I got a little heat off that.
Did you get a little write up in Star Wars Insider?
I did. Little is the operative term.
You were a little Tupac and Omar Epps with that thing, little juice.
Well, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I did get a bunch of free Yoda stickers from Skywalker Ranch. So, I think.
So George has heard of it?
Huh?
So George has heard of it?
I mean, somebody obviously,
Like your name's floated. Your name's floated across his desk.
Say that again?
I said your name is floated across that guy's desk.
I mean, isn't George Lucas aware of every single thing that every single Star Wars fan does every day?
No, I shit on it constantly. He doesn't know who the fuck I am.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I mean, I kind of think he's like Santa Claus or the government. He's everywhere at once.
Except now he's given up control of it, so something larger can keep track of it.
Yeah.
He's surrendered
the only
to a
thing
mouse.
The only thing larger, both literally and figuratively, than George Lucas is Disney. So I say,
I don't know,
whatever, man. I mean, that's the world we're living in now.
Would you say that like Disney is like the Jabba the Hutt of the world?
I think I think Disney is certainly Jabba the Hutt of children's entertainment.
And now George Lucas is their Bib Fortuna.
Yeah, or their Salacious Crumbs, depending on how you view him. I mean,
that wasn't an impersonation.
I don't know if you're getting this, but I don't think favorably of George Lucas.
I know how you fucking feel about George Lucas. All right.
Well, I don't know if your thousands of listeners understand who I am and where I'm coming from.
The 3 people that are listening to this are probably aware.
Or at least could figure out that you're, because I know nothing, but I figured out that you are not a fan of Lucas or anything thereof.
You know what else? Mr. Green can give us an update on the situation in New York, being that that's where he's from.
Well, obviously the situation is, everyone in New York has been, everyone's banding together. I was going to go into a tirade that it's turned into Beyond Thunderdome and Tina Turner's riding tanks through Midtown, but that's not happening. Everyone's banding together, and
so unlike the Biggie Smalls line, no daughters are locked up in Brooklyn basements right now.
Well, I wouldn't be. I don't think the weather has anything to do with that. Let's be honest here.
I keep getting reports from one of my friends who's an anchor up there. She works for ABC7, and she keeps tweeting out all this stuff and these pictures of people plugging phones into their van because they have a generator in their van. So wherever they park, they'll run out a power cord with an extension cord so people can just plug in their crap. So.
Yeah, that's everyone's doing that. That's I think everyone realizes that New Yorkers are agitated enough, and
don't fuck with them.
Yeah, if everybody helps out and can keep tempers down, then things aren't going to get worse.
Do you have power and everything, or did it hit out?
I escaped from New York, much like Kurt Russell, before the storm hit. So I'm a little upstate.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm in beautiful Albany.
I've been there once to the airport.
Yeah, they actually erected a statue in honor of your visit.
I figured. It's not often that someone of my stature comes to town.
Yeah. So.
So how long are you staying in upstate?
Well, for the foreseeable future.
Have you moved?
There's no. Huh?
Have you moved?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I obviously can't reveal that kind of information on,
Son of a bitch. Am I gonna
K-Rock or whatever.
Am I gonna have to fucking text you later?
Huh?
Am I gonna have to text you later? If I even still have your right number?
No, you do. I've been receiving your texts lately.
Unlike the last year and a half. No, I realized this like 6 months ago. I realized I had the wrong phone number for him, and I had been texting for a year of texts every once in a while, and I got no fucking reply, and just thought he was being a cocksucker.
Yeah, and instead of emailing me and being like, "Hey, why aren't you ever texting me back?" He just assumed I was being a jerk.
Yeah.
So that speaks to your diplomacy, and that's why you'll never be president.
Well.
President Drew.
I have several people that would disagree with that statement.
Yeah, no one cares what your mom has to say about your politics.
Or your aunt.
Yeah.
Or your dog, for that matter.
Anything else new in your world?
Well,
he's living in fucking Albany.
Huh?
I was just saying, never mind.
What's going on here? Are we doing this zoo crew thing? Am I gonna, throw baloney at someone's ass? What's happening here?
Hey, we're just chit-chatting.
Okay.
We're just talking shit.
I don't understand. How do you guys feel about this Star Wars thing? Because obviously the entire rest of the world is in a tizzy.
I have not spoken favorably of it over the course of the last hour and 30 minutes.
No, I'm not a fan either. Yeah, the last 90 minutes have not been not been favorable.
Give me the bullet points.
I
Well, we both have decided that when Disney goes and starts making the movies, after they finish, the first three, the final three trilogy part of it, they need to just move on to their own Star Wars world. Like, just move away
New
from the
characters,
original.
like
New
fucking
everything.
Jim Greenwalker, stuff like that.
Mhm.
I have a question for you.
Okay. All right.
I've alluded to the fact that me and you were once in a band many times on this show. I don't know if I don't
where this is going.
I don't know if I've ever directly asked you if you still have the tapes of our one like garage session.
I can let me stop you right there. I can tell you that you have directly asked me about twice a week for the past decade.
Well, I thought I'd put you on the spot with other fucking people listening.
And the fact of the matter is that I don't have that tape anymore. I think I knew in 1999 I didn't have that tape anymore. And
how
that
do we
was
go
why
about finding it?
Well, that's why we needed to find Gabe. Gabe, the other member of the band who disappeared under mysterious circumstances years ago.
Don't play it off like that was a three-piece with those other two assholes weren't in that band either.
Listen, I have been served too many times with an injunction from those other two members. I cannot speak of them publicly.
Well, I can. We had a fucking, I don't even know, was the Fro the guitarist?
I can't speak to that. Listen, you're trying to get me in trouble, and I don't appreciate
that
it.
Fucker lives in Deltona somewhere and paints houses. No, he doesn't fucking, he doesn't fucking know I exist anymore.
He lives
sad.
about, 300 yards from my parents, is what I'll tell you about that.
And he fucking probably sits around drinking beer with his Fro and fucking wearing a wife beater. And
Well, be that as it may, I don't have the tape, and it hasn't really come up yet in my discussions with Gabe since I reconnected with him.
Is there any way we can push that discussion with Gabe along?
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me fly to Florida tomorrow, and we'll just get on a conference call with him, and we'll sort it all out.
We live in the fucking digital age. We don't need to fly to Florida and get on a conference call. We three have cell phones.
I don't know. Okay, stop yourself right there. Think about who you're talking about in this realm. Think about the person you're talking about who isn't me or you, and I don't know the game.
The gentleman we're talking about, Rick, is a modern day George McFly.
Nice.
No. See, that's the thing. He's not a modern day anything. He's an anachronism. It's like he fell out in 1962, and
so he was hipster before hipster was cool.
Oh yeah. we went to pick this dude up one day and found him sleeping in his own closet, and he had a room.
I don't know what to say to that.
Listen, he's a great guy. He's a really warm and funny guy. He's just a little weird.
He's a nice dude. I enjoy his company a lot, or did. I haven't seen him in about 15 years, but
he's excited. He wants to get together. We just need to do Christmas, all three of us together. Let's just rent a house on the beach and just fucking do it.
Just a weekend of
debauchery.
Debauchery, hedonism.
We'll jam. We'll order pizza. We'll fucking do a bunch of coke, bang a bunch of hookers.
Mm. Well, you said it. You know, that's it. Our hands are tied now if we don't do this.
Me and my co-host here, and just later on, I don't know if we decide to push that back a little bit, but we're going to.
We're talking about the music video?
Yeah, the video. We're going to do a rap video based on some of my lyrics that I wrote when I was younger.
Oh, that should be good. Are you going to get clearance to shoot it entirely in a Winn-Dixie, or?
No, the Winn-Dixie song will not be featured, all right?
Oh, then what's the fucking point?
I need the master tape of the fucking Winn-Dixie song. People need to know.
When you say master tape, do you mean the Maxell 90-minute cassette
yes.
recorded on?
Yes. All right.
Is that what you're referring to?
The
or
one
is it
that-
a reel-to-reel? Did you transfer that to reel-to-reel?
The one that featured the song fucking Gene Simmons Ate My Boxer Shorts that Gabe said, I know where you're going with that. And even I didn't fucking know where I was going with that.
Well, that proves to you how sharp Gabe really is. I mean...
And other such hits as Mr. Creamy Pants Gets His Revenge. What was it In Bloom we did? Or Polly?
Yeah. You know that it was In Bloom because we did it about 15 times.
I don't remember. I was under the influence of narcotics back then.
Oh, I know. See, that's why the band broke up. Let's fast forward to that. And how you guys ditched me to go smoke weed at Gators Dockside or whatever the hell you did.
I'm doing it. I'm doing a series. You've just blown like fucking story number 5 of my series of 1990s weed stories entitled Because I Got High.
So you're putting together a chronology of weed stories?
Yes.
That should be good. I mean, I'm sorry if I ruined the
I'm going to tell it anyway.
That epic story of
Cause
no, we're not doing anything later, Jim. Just go back home. What an amazing fake out.
It was a misunderstanding.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much.
It was a misunderstanding, and I blame it all on Norm Tanner.
Well, listen, I'd like to blame a lot of stuff on Norm Tanner. I could blame Norm Tanner for shit all day long, all the live long day.
But we can't.
No, we can't.
We must go forward to Albany.
We must. Well, I don't know what to say. We're living in strange times now, and I'm glad that I'm not the only one who doesn't see the positive aspects of this Disney-Lucasfilm merger.
But will you see the movies?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to be... it's not going to be like... Yeah, of course I'll see them. I mean, I'm not going to be, snobby about it. And, I tried to... when the Phantom Menace came out, I tried to be all, super cool. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to see it or whatever. And I eventually broke down and saw it, I'm not going to play that card anymore, but I'm not acting like I'm hype about it.
Can we say that we will see it in the Orange City United Artists Theater and have Orange City Taco Bell before?
We can say that. I mean, I would
Can
like
we make that
tradition
plan?
to continue. I'd like to continue our tradition of seeing terrible Star Wars movies together in Orange City and then eating Taco Bell.
Now, of course, this time you won't have access to the Taco Bell where you can take any of their props that they have from the Star Wars movies.
Props. Oh, I don't know what you're referring to. Again, you're bringing things up that legally I can't speak to.
No one fucking listens to this. There's it's not like
You're
fucking
specific-
Morgan and Morgan are fucking listening right now, trying to fucking pull one over on the great James
Listen.
Green Jr.
The Orange City Taco Bell has been trying to peg that stormtrooper theft on me for years.
And you just fucking cop to it.
No, I was not. No one can prove that I was there at those times.
I am wearing a wire currently. I'm going to tell you that right now.
What are you going to tell me?
I'm in cahoots with the Orange City Police, and I'm wearing a wire.
You're in cahoots with cahoots is a great one. Cahoots should be your middle name. You're in cahoots with everybody. You hung me out to dry to go smoke weed at Gators. You're trying to get me sent up the river for this
I
stormtrooper thing.
smoked no such thing. I just wanted to have some chicken wings with Gabe and Norm Tanner and some other tall guy.
Let me ask your co-host, how often has Drew told you he was doing one thing and then actually went and smoked weed at Gators?
None that I know of. I think he's given up on smoking, but I'm sure that he's done other things.
Okay. How many times has he just gone to Gators Dockside? Do you know?
I have not been to Gators Dockside since like
Let him answer. I'm not asking you.
2009.
This is. I don't even know.
This
what to say
interview has
anymore.
gone awry very quickly.
So is your show still going to be on the air in March?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably. Hope so.
It's not like we're
Well,
up for cancellation.
I host it myself, so
Wait. I thought NBC bought your mom's basement. And was,
they may have. I think it was part of the Comcast merger.
okay. Well, I'll at least come back on in March so you can interview me about my book. I have a book, by the way, that's coming out in March.
That's what I hear. Because we were talking about somebody
Yep.
else that we know that has a book earlier.
What's yours about?
My book is about the punk rock band The Misfits.
Cool. Would that be
Oh.
the Danzig band?
Yes, that would be the
I'm
Danzig
playfully
band.
pretending I don't know who they are.
But save those insightful, hard-hitting
Yeah.
questions for March.
So
Don't
see, we have a guest in December now, and then we have another one in March. We're lining them right up.
which surviving member of Family Matters are you having on in December?
Oh, I will be interviewing the great MC Lars in December,
Oh, okay.
who was gracious enough to invite us to his show in Winter Park to interview him live.
Nice.
He's no
Wow.
Michael Winslow, who fucking
Blew us off.
blew us off. Because he's such a he's
Do
a
I
star.
detect a hint of bitterness about
There
that?
is, man. I mean, dude, all right. Jim can vouch for this. I was nervous the night before I was supposed to talk to his agent.
Yes.
I called this man we have on the line right now for advice because he's interviewed many
Many
D-level
people.
celebrities.
I've interviewed many members of the Police Academy cast.
You interviewed fucking Raj from What's Happening, and in my mind, that is your greatest get yet.
That's true. I was very excited about that as well.
Shy
Yeah, that's
of
true. You
digging up Fred Berry's corpse and getting it to talk.
Well, yeah, you were a little on edge about speaking to Michael Winslow. So I understand your frustration that he would, in the parlance of the youth, punk out like a bitch.
He did.
That was
did.
kind of sad and disappointing.
It was. Sad and disappointing sums it up. I may have to write a new
Well,
rap.
wouldn't that also sum up his career?
Well, yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean-
I saw him open for Vanilla Ice.
I saw him sitting with no fucking line at MegaCon signing
Nice.
autographs.
What can I ask? What year did you see Vanilla Ice when he was opening?
That would have been 2001.
Was it the Mind Blowing tour?
No, he played on the deck behind 600 North in Daytona, like on the pool deck behind 600 North.
Did he do the metal version of
Oh,
Ice
yeah.
Ice Baby?
He did. Oh yes, he did.
Did he not? Did he still have the blonde dreadlocks?
No, I don't think he did. He had short hair.
Was the VIP posse there?
It was funny because we went one night and there was actually a tornado
Uh-huh.
that blew through and like destroyed his stage. So they had to push him back 2 nights. And he had no problem making it. He didn't have to cancel anything.
Do you know
So-
that not
Well, yeah.
only has Rick seen Vanilla Ice, but he has also seen MC Hammer.
I have seen MC Hammer.
No, but did you see MC Hammer in this decade or?
Yes. I saw MC Hammer 4 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember when you saw him.
He was playing at Universal for Mardi Gras, and I saw
Did he do Prey?
he did.
Did he do Addams Family Groove?
No, he did not do the Addams Family Groove, unfortunately. He
did
did-
he do Have You Seen Her?
He did.
Turn this mother out.
Yes, and Can't Touch. Of course, he did Can't Touch This. And
Well, I think there would have been a riot if he didn't do Can't
well,
Touch
it was
This.
funny because the man put like a 15-minute break in between each song, so that he could catch his breath. Like, and he had a group of like apparently his son was part of a dance group or something, and they were touring with him. So they were up on stage, and he would like wave them onto stage. He would do his song, and then wave them off stage, and would sit and maybe talk, say a couple of words. But there were almost 15-minute breaks in between each song. It drove me absolutely nuts.
Actually, Jim, can I get
You know-
can I get you to tell one story? You don't have to if you don't want to, but can you tell the Common story?
I can tell the common story, but first I want to, in reference to what your co-host said about Hammer's kid being on stage. When I saw Public Enemy in Central Park, Flavor Flav brought all his kids on stage, and there were so many of them that he couldn't keep track of who they were, and he was like trying to introduce them. But they didn't dance or anything. They just stood there like Flavor Flav's kids. The Common story. Well, I mean, this is obviously like, I don't understand why you're so obsessed with it, because it's kind of like a non-story.
It's
but
so hilarious.
All right. Well, so September 11th, 2010, I was at a karaoke bar in Midtown Manhattan with a few friends, and it was one of those karaoke places where you like rent a room for the karaoke, and you're inside the room the whole time, and the bar is like outside in the lobby area. And one of my friends went to go get some drinks or whatever, and he comes back and he's like, "You're never gonna believe who's here." And I was like, before I could even say anything, he's like, "Common." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, he's drinking, he was drinking something really pretentious, like,
Patron.
I don't know, like a Tom Collins or something. I don't remember what it was. But, so he's like, so my friend is a little, like, ripped, and he's like, "Yeah, you should go from room to room and try to find Common." And I was like, I'm not going to do that at all, because A, it's rude to just bust in other people's karaoke rooms, and B, like, what the hell am I going to say if I come face to face with Common? So, and my friend started getting really angry, like, this is your only chance to see Common. And I was like, first of all, I don't think that's a fair accusation. I think I could live another 100 years and have plenty of chances to run into Common somewhere. But eventually, he's like, he was becoming so irate. I was like, all right, I'll go look for Common. So I go through this whole place. I don't see Common anywhere. And then, at the end of the night, so it's like, we didn't find Common, whatever. Then at the end of the night, we had to go to the ATM. And who should we see trying to get a few 20s out of the ATM but Common? And, I mean, there was nothing to say. It was like, "Oh, man, you were in that Coke commercial with that other rapper nobody remembers."
He was in Smokin' Ace. He's been in like every fucking movie. He's like the suave, sophisticated black guy.
What movies has he been in?
Dude, he was in Just Right with Queen Latifah.
Was that the one where she skis?
No, that's Last Holiday.
You might as well be speaking Greek. I don't know what's happening.
You're always slow to the African-American cinema.
I'm slow to the Queen Latifah cinema. I mean, what? And does that really surprise you? Are you really, like, discouraged that I can't name 6 Queen Latifah movies right now?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not disappointing, but let's see what else he's
Well,
I have pulled up his IMDb page. He was in Wanted, Terminator Salvation, Brown Sugar. Tell me you haven't seen that.
now, is Brown Sugar the Rudy Ray Moore movie where he makes love to the white woman, or is it the one where he shoots the old white racist?
Let me click on it and find out.
I was joking. I was busting your balls.
Son of a bitch. I'm sorry. It's slower than fucking someone I know to a Bono joke.
You're trailing off, and so far you have yet to name a single goddamn movie I've heard of that Common's been in.
The Wood? Have you seen The Wood?
The Wood? No. What is that? Is The Rock in that?
No.
I only watch movies with The Rock. So The Rock better be in the new Star Wars, or else, sorry, buddy, you're not getting my 950.
What the? I mean, I don't even know like how he would fit in.
How The Rock would fit into Star Wars?
Yeah.
Easily. He's The Rock.
What is he gonna stand there at like the landing platform at Coruscant and say, "Finally, The Rock has returned to Coruscant"?
Listen, he's gonna look at like a 60-year-old Lando Calrissian, say like, "Hey, listen, jabroni, you need to get back to Cloud City, and do whatever it is you're doing over there, and smell what I'm cooking because I'm The Rock." And then a Godsmack song will play, and he'll make love to a Hawaiian woman.
Or he could go back to the Cloud City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Speaking of which, when are we going to Las Vegas?
I didn't even know this was on the table.
What's on the table, my friend?
What are we going to Las Vegas for?
The Guns N' Roses residency at the Hard Rock Hotel.
What? Are you serious?
Don't act.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm
Seriously, I
serious.
don't know.
I mean, it just started like this week, I think.
How long is it?
I don't know, like the end of time. I have no fucking idea.
Is Slash gonna be there?
No, Slash is not going to be there. It's Axl Rose and his band of merry replacement
That's
players.
That's not Guns N' Roses. That's,
Well,
that's fucking
as close as
Axl
you're
Rose
gonna
and
get.
5 guys.
Well, it's 5 guys, but it's you probably heard of 2 of them. So.
Were any of like all the guys from like Velvet Revolver and fucking Neurotic Outsiders aren't in the band anymore, right?
That is correct.
Then I don't fucking know any of them.
And I thank you for being the only other person in the country who remembers and regularly references the Neurotic Outsiders.
I do what I can. Anyway, I think we're about to wrap up our show, so
Well, it has just been delightful.
Yes. We would like to have you on again.
Oh,
Definitely in March.
You don't have.
Definitely in March. You're welcome to call whenever, though, because we never
Oh,
have
well.
anyone call.
I appreciate that. Is the show on every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Well, maybe I'll call in next week if I'm feeling a little antsy in the pantsy.
All right.
Got to get your Drew time in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Getting this guy on the phone is difficult.
This guy, the fucking phone never rings with him on the other end.
Let me tell you something about this guy. Well, thanks, fellas, and I don't know what else to say, but keep it however you want to keep it.
All right, dude.
Keep it fake.
All right.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Did we go off the air?
No, we're still in there. I was just messing around with stuff.
Oh, all right. I couldn't figure. I thought you were like frantically looking around.
No, we're still broadcasting.
Okay.
No worries.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately, thank you very much.
Actually, this show wasn't too bad. We kept it pretty interesting the whole time.
I feel as if we missed certain parts of the show that we normally have, though, with the flow.
Such as the
Such
weekly
as
weed story.
The weekly weed
stripper
story, the stripper story.
But you said you only had one stripper story left. We might
I
as well
did.
drag that out.
We might as well. And I don't even remember which one it was.
Yeah. And he told like part of one of my weed stories. So
I
I
did-
guess I'll be telling that one next week.
Sounds good. We'll have to check that one out next week. So thank everybody for tuning in. You ready
Well,
to?
we still got
6
8
minutes.
Yeah,
6
we'll
minutes.
fucking ride it out, man.
Okay, if
Give
you
the
want to write
people
it
what
down,
they
we can
want.
write it down.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna try to have at least two of the first webisode scripts banged out by next week. And we'll try to see. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to some of those guys and see if they're interested in coming back, or get some other actors. I don't know how to tell someone that like if they're gonna play a main character in it, they have to be able to commit
Oh,
to episodes.
might be a little hard.
So I might end up having to play myself again, which I really don't want to. The Los has committed, though, to 3 seasons with his part of the flashback boss.
Nice.
But the way I have them going, I can possibly throw him in as like a character in this scenario. I have them right now as telemarketers that suck at their job.
Okay.
So, yeah. What are you watching there? Is that like downstairs?
No, it's actually in the room right over there. It's in the.
Are you monitoring your baby?
There's no baby in there, but yes, I would be.
Okay. Can you monitor him from your phone?
I can.
That's so creepy.
I can monitor him for wherever I want.
Did you know that, I don't know if this is full on fact, but Donald will not be donning the Navy outfit anymore?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't know if this is full on fact. It's just like some rumbling I've heard in places.
Interesting.
But yeah, I've heard he won't be donning the Navy outfit anymore, pantsless.
Could be interesting.
Pantsless Donald. What other segments do we usually do?
I don't know, but we definitely need to cut together our.
Oh my god, yes. We need to do some kind of trailer where it's like over dramatized about our jobs, like this, doing this podcast.
Okay.
Like somehow like
Make it like a news type.
no,
thing,
like the government, like the government's fucking with us, and we have one chance to get our lives back, and it's podcasting. And just make it all dramatic and shit, like a little 30-second spot.
we could do that. We'll record a bunch of them.
Yeah, we'll do some.
We can cut a bunch of them together.
December will be a fun month of doing shit. Busting out the old camera.
So you're off tomorrow, right?
Indeed, I am.
I think I'm going to try and get off work early to go to UCF.
Really? To do what?
They're having Spirit Splash tomorrow.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, have you been to UCF on campus ever?
I was on campus one time. It was to do the UCF radio show, ironically.
That's funny. Did you get
with the guy that we just talked to?
Nice. Did you ever make it like in the main part of campus with where the big fountain is?
No.
Okay, so they have this giant fountain in the middle of campus, big pool like thing, and you're only allowed to go in there one time a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Spirit Splash. So basically, what happens is all these kids, probably 10, 15,000 kids, line up along the edge of the fountain, and then they're told that they can go in, and everyone rushes in. Well, of course, it's a
Mess.
but UCF is also 60% female population,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all running into the fountain, and it's a wonderful thing.
White shirts. No bras.
Sometimes, maybe, possibly.
Nice.
They're normally pretty prepared, but it's a wet co-ed fun fest.
Nice.
So
Do you jump in?
you can if you want.
No, do you?
I haven't since I was in college.
Okay.
But one of my friends who works for the athletic department is going to his first ever Spirit Splash this time. So I think I'm going to try and get off early to be able to go and
Cool.
enjoy. But it's at 1 o'clock at UCF's main campus. So if anyone wants to come out and see it.
Come out and watch a bunch of hoes get wet.
So there's a bunch of frat guys too for the female people who like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Fuck them.
But yeah. So
Tomorrow's the first Magic game.
it is the first Magic game.
Massively excited about that.
Are you going to go with $4 tickets?
No, I'll be watching it front row at my bed.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get some of Marcus Jordan's tickets. He posted some pictures at the last Magic game that he went to.
He's off. All the Jordans are off the team. Right?
Yeah, there's no more Jordans on the
That
team.
sucks. I really wish.
He's still going to UCF.
I wish
but,
I had seen a game last year.
we do have one of the top players in the nation, though, on our team this
Who?
year. Keith Clanton. Keith Clanton.
Perhaps I'll make it out to a game this year.
So, well, if I come across any extra tickets, since I know you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off.
Yep.
Normally it'll be a Saturday, but because most games are either on Wednesdays or Saturdays.
I usually work late Sunday anyway, so.
Well, the games sometimes are at like 3 o'clock on Saturdays, so 2 and 3. But yeah, so if you don't have your UCF basketball tickets, go get them. They're
Yeah.
cheap. It's funny because for what I would pay for good seats, like I sit 4 rows from the floor
Mm-hmm.
at UCF. I pay what I would pay for one ticket sitting mid-level at a Magic game to go to the games. So
But you have season tickets.
yeah, I
right?
have season tickets.
To the basketball and football.
Yeah.
Is it a package?
No. Each one's separate. But I mean, for what I paid for the entire season for my seats, I would be sitting mid-level for one game with the Magic.
So your season tickets are like $100.
Yeah, they're $130.
That's crazy.
So,
All right. Well,
and I'm 4 rows.
we had an adventurous show tonight.
We talked to some new people. We talked about books. We talked about Star Wars. We talked about Transformers coming to Universal.
We talked about shit.
We talked about the News Journal BBS.
You sent me the thing?
Yes.
Yes.
You are a member of that group.
My
now.
night is planned.
So, what the hell happened to my music? What the fuck?
What's next? Next week we're gonna come with some weed stories.
Yes.
We got to come up with something to send this fucking Indiana Chunky chick.
Yes, we completely forgot about that.
Hopefully, I'll have some scripts planned and maybe some news. We're gonna have to work on finding a location. Might be the hardest thing to do. Or
We'll figure it
trying
out.
to build one. Maybe
We'll ask around.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
The easy part, sadly, is usually getting actors and seeing how you and me are the crew.
Yes,
And
that's pretty easy.
Possibly LB. These motherfuckers. Oh, fuck this guy. Damn it, I made it through the whole show without blowing up.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 넌